When it comes to building content, here are some key points, many of which are based on Facebook's best practices. The goal is simple: attract people to engage with your content and spark their interest. Social media content should engage, entertain, or educate users, which should then lead them to a call to action. This type of content draws them in and motivates them to learn more. Posts can be different sizes on different platforms, so be mindful of how you set up your content strategy. You can consider all the different types spanning from posts, stories, reels, carousels, and more. Here are some social media content marketing best practices. The following slides have been used and adapted with permission from Facebook. First, always aim to use high-quality photos and videos. For example, take a look at Cafe Escape, where they showcase their dishes and the restaurant's ambiance. Low-quality visuals can quickly give potential customers the impression of poor preparation and presentation. Fortunately, most smartphones today take good quality photos, so you don't necessarily need professional equipment. Of course, better equipment will produce better images, but don't feel pressured to use it. Another important aspect to consider is that these are visual platforms, and visuals play a huge role in engagement. For instance, if you examine a post like this, notice how much space it takes up on a mobile screen. It's almost half the view. This shows how crucial it is to ensure your images are clear, visually appealing, and optimized for mobile. Don't just post from a desktop and assume it'll look the same on other devices. Always check how your post appears on mobile, tablet, and desktop, as the formatting will differ across platforms. The next best practice is making posts actionable. In this example, you can see a clear call to action. The call to action is also reinforced with a button that says "Learn More," and this is part of a messaging app campaign, as indicated by the messenger icon. You can also observe the engagement metrics, likes, comments, shares, and notice it's a paid ad since it's marked as sponsored. Creating actionable posts is important because when people are directly invited to do something, especially if it taps into their interests, they're more likely to engage. Using language that actively encourages viewers to take action is far more engaging than passive messaging, making the post more effective in driving interaction. Keep it simple. As we've discussed, while some people do use long-form copy and video, the trend now is focused on short-form content. This includes short videos and using emojis in place of words to convey excitement. The key is to keep it simple. The simpler image, with 20% off, clearly displayed, is much more effective. When an ad gets too wordy or has too much text covering an image, it can distract from the main point. Keep your accounts active. This is something we've discussed. Posting at regular intervals increases the likelihood of appearing in someone's newsfeed. If you're not posting consistently, you're not going to show up in the algorithm or on the newsfeed. Accounts that post infrequently rarely make it into the newsfeed, except maybe for super fans or people connected through mutual friends. To keep your audience engaged, you need to stay in their line of sight. This doesn't mean posting every day, but maintaining a consistent cadence, like posting weekly, can be a good strategy to stay relevant and maintain visibility. Create consistency across your branding, visuals, voice and tone, and posting frequency. All of these things will give your business a more professional and put together feel. It's important to note that many businesses operate in different countries, and each country might have its own social media accounts to manage, which need to be coordinated from the corporate page. So, plan your content carefully. Allocate time for creating stories, which often feel more authentic and real-time. You can include interviews, live events, and concerts in your content. While it's important to plan and have a solid content backbone, this planning allows you to incorporate spontaneous elements like live events and stories into your strategy.